interview, and I was like, fuck this lady. She wants to play games, so fuck her.
Fuck this lady.
Because she was like, oh, well, you're not gonna write about it yet, are you? Because we're still in beta and it's not out yet, so this would just be a pre-interview. I'm like, why would I want to talk to you? Like,
again?
Yeah, like whatever, lady.
My fucking back hurt. Like, I like working out, but I don't like the next day after working out for not working out for like 6 months.
Mm-hmm. That's why my calf, the left side of this calf is sore because I walked fucking 3 miles.
You crazy.
It's only 1.5 miles to there, but then 1.5 miles back.
Okay.
So yeah.
Did they let you in?
Yeah.
You just can't sit down.
Right. Because I just went and I got a coffee and then I walked back.
That's good for you. You're getting out and you're moving your body, so that's important.
Yeah, my goal was to do like get up at like 5. Now it's dark at 5 now, but like when it was light at 5 in the morning, go and walk and then have my exercise done for the day because that took an hour.
Nice. And Gracie was still sleeping when you got back.
Yes. It didn't happen. I didn't get out of the house until like 8:30, maybe 8:45 to go on that walk. So, but it was cool. But yeah, then the sun started like getting hot and stuff,
shining,
and I was like, and I had to like stop under some trees.
You probably could
on the way back.
You could have died. Like, I was
hydrated.
Well, I lost 2 chickens this week. It's really sad. I felt like a piece of shit.
It was 114 degrees though.
Like my job is to keep my kids alive.
You want to bring them in the house, the chickens or something?
I was like, what should I do?
But here's what. There's countries that is hotter there, like in, equatorial countries that have chickens.
I don't think they don't care about them. I think they just die.
And they have a bunch of them.
Yeah, because I'm like, I want to get more chickens now because I lost 2. And I ordered a shade cloth to put on top of the thing so they could have more shade. We put the fan out there, so hopefully that'll help. I put like the frozen jugs of water out there.
Is your solar thing working? Did you get that up and working?
It's working. It's collecting the solar. There's a battery collecting source that we can pull from, but we don't have the right wiring to actually connect something to run off of. We have to have the right type of wiring.
Because I was like, how did you put a fan in there?
Drop cord. I bought a 100-foot drop cord, but and we just ran it through the window.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully that'll keep them alive. But I felt like a piece of shit because
were you crying?
I didn't cry, but I felt really bad because one of the chickens was in their nesting box. So I think I lost 2 Karens. I think I lost Karen B and Karen C. And so they were just like eyes closed, just laying there in the nesting box. So maybe they were laying, or they were just like, okay, this is where I'm going to just lay my head down and not wake up again.
Oh, I'm tired.
I'm so tired, passed out and died. But I found them both 2 days apart from each other in the same place. And I was just like, fuck, like, what else am I supposed to do? But apparently, like, chickens are very temperamental with the heat.
Yeah.
They can't get too hot and they can't get too cold.
Do chickens have a way to regulate their body temperature?
They be having their mouths all open to, they do the dust bathing and that keeps them cool. So I put more dirt in there so maybe they could get their dust bath on. I just don't know what else I could do except be sad about my chickens dying. So that was my struggle this week. But as a parent and a gardener and a shepherd, you have to keep your flock alive. And I felt really, really bad about my chickens. So R.I.P. Karen A. I'm sorry, Karen B and Karen C. R.I.P.
Well, how do you know it wasn't Karen A?
Oh, because Karen A is a bad bitch.
Okay.
Their combs look different. They have different looking combs. So I recognize Mumble and Big Herc and Stella and Karen A. And then I lost the other 2 Karens. But anyway, how was your week, dude?
I don't know. My week it's been a struggle. Like I've been trying to write like stuff on Medium just so I can like make some fucking like change. And because that's what it is, it's change. And I have been having a problem, like
no inspiration
at all. Like I'm just like, what should I write about? And then I'll get a topic or something, and I'm like, this is bullshit. And then I'll just like, I'll leave it, but then I'll start on something else. I'm just like, this is dumb. Like, who cares? But you know what?
There's people out there that do care.
I'm finding there's a lot of people that just write shit that I don't even want to read. I'm just like, I don't care about this. And it gets maybe back when I first started on Medium and like when I first signed up for Medium in like 2018 or something. And it was called The Good Man Project, or the author or authors. I think it's one person that is the author is called The Good Man Project, Good Men Project or something. And he writes about just like stuff so I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? The titles don't interest me, and then I'll like look at it and I'm like, this is dumb, don't care. And so I think I'm just gonna start writing about poop and like writing about poop and dirt, because I mean apparently there's an audience for everything.
Well, it's you like you said, you self critique when you're writing and you're doing stuff, and then you stop. Just keep going.
I'm just like, this is dumb. Where am I going with this? Nowhere. And then it just ends. And then I'm like, maybe this will be suited better for this platform or this platform. And then I like start writing on the platform. I'm like, but I'm not getting paid for this. It's just a bunch of shit.
Write about how
Just a
you're
bunch
feeling
of
right
food.
now.
I'm tired. Oh, and then like I woke up to the fucking headline that dumb ass orange idiot that's sitting in office is trying to get his fans to go after the Atlantic, and because they wrote that story about him calling veterans who passed away in like France and losers and what was that, suckers and losers. So I mean, you fucking said it, dude. Like, cop to your shit. Stop being a fucking liar. Ugh. I'm like a lot of people probably got cancer and during his freaking term because of him. He's a cancer of this country. Yeah. And he needs to be we need a cure. So get your asses to the fucking polls or fill out your freaking mail-in ballots and put them in the mailbox, because we need an ouster. This fucker's gotta go.
Listen, guys, listen. Elections suck, okay? No matter what, they suck. We gotta vote, and it sucks. But anything is better than what we're dealing with right now. All of this stuff and all the stuff he's talking happened on his watch. This is all on his watch. This is all going down.
People
all the hate is happening
on his
right
watch.
now. And he's just like, woo, let's keep going. Let's amp it up.
He deflects. He freaking lies. He is a con man. Yep. And I think he might be my next topic for next week.
Woo!
Even though that would be giving him way too much fucking attention.
I don't think we're ready for that, but, so you don't...
Why not?
That's how your week was, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like... And then my neck is hurting, and it's just like... It's fucking up my whole life. I'm like, this is... Like, I can see how people are like, oh, that's not a quality of life. It hurts. Like, chronic pain sucks. I had chronic pain anyway in my hips, but now it's in my freaking neck and my back. Like, that sucks. Yeah. It sucks to the point that I'm just like, I don't even want to, like, honestly, like, I can't even sleep right, because you know how, like, when you're sleeping, you automatically, like, turn over or shift or whatever, and, like, it wakes me up. Mm-hmm. So, like, I get woken up to this fucking pain, and then I have to, like, do my best to, like, try to get into a comfortable position where it's not hurting. It's just fucked up. The whole thing is fucked up. Everything's fucked up. Everything is fucked. That's it. How was your week?
Everything's fucked.
Everything's fucked. That's the title of my next book.
My week was okay. It wasn't bad. Working from home is just like, it's working from home, so I'm getting that done. I have to stay on my child to make sure she completes her assignments.
Oh, girl. Gracie doesn't even have that much to do with when I'm like, okay, it's time to do. Oh my God, it's so much. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, my situation is she just doesn't do it. She doesn't do the work. I'm like, did you do your homework? Yeah, and she doesn't do it. So, like, I'm looking at her report
blank
card or whatever, and I'm seeing like F's, and like, this is unacceptable. And then come to find out she's not completing her assignments. So I'm like, what the hell are you doing? So I have to stand over her like a warden and make sure she's doing her work. Mm-hmm. And so I guess that's where we are in this day and age.
That's what I would have to do for Giovanni, but
it's a pain. So we're going through that. How about that post I sent you? The chick where's she at? Did I tag you on Twitter?
I saw it. I saw it on somewhere. They said her name, and I was like, oh, let me look at this. And the chick, and she's like, yeah, no, this isn't like a. I don't remember what she said, but basically it's like she's been living her life like she doesn't know any other way to live other than to fake being black. I was like, what? You've been doing this so long that you don't know how to live as a white person? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. She was going by the name of Jess La Bombera.
Yeah.
But come to find out, her real name is Jessica Krug. And this is so stupid. I don't get it.
I don't understand it either. Like, I've assumed multiple identities of black people. North African was one of them, and then Caribbean was the other one, right? And then I think there was like an America, a United States, a black person born in the U.S. Those were like the three that they mentioned in this article that I read about her.
Mm-hmm. But she finally settled on Afro-Caribbean from the Bronx.
Idiot.
And like she would just have like this accent, and she was like, "Oh, get the fuck out of here with that!" And
well, that's how they talk anyway in the Bronx.
I know, but she's from Kansas.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous, and like she published her expose or whatever, her coming out on Medium, for some change, and I'm sure she got a lot more than change.
You have to be signed up for the partnership program, but yeah, I just don't understand how you're like, this is who I've been, like this. I don't know any other way to live my life. Mm-mm. Like, are you fucking kidding?
It's stupid.
She says it's from trauma. She was like using these identities to run away from trauma, but not trauma that was inflicted on her, trauma that she caused. I'm like, what the fuck?
What do you mean trauma that she...
Trauma that she caused other people.
Oh.
She was trying to run away from it. So
That's
she
stupid.
adopted these identities.
That's dumb.
It was just stupid. I was like, and I'm reading this and, I have my stank face on because I'm just like, this chick, like, honestly, she needs to be punched in the throat.
Someone's gonna punch her in the throat. Well, they compared her to Rachel.
Yeah.
Good old Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah. But Rachel Dolezal didn't do it. Like, okay, I don't know. They're both crazy. They both have some mental illness. That's what both of that is. That's mental illness for both of them. But I feel like Rachel Dolezal was doing it for, like, power in some way. Mm-hmm. And this chick was just like, well, I just don't know how to be a white person. What? I don't understand.
It makes no sense.
At all. Who? And what are her parents saying? But looking at her picture, I'm like, this is a white chick. Like, this is a white chick. And, like, not Alicia Keys' white chick. She's a white chick. So...
Alicia Keys' white chick?
Because, people, like, Alicia Keys, like, she can pass for white. She's biracial. She can pass for white.
You don't know my name.
But this chick is a white chick. Like...
She's Jewish. I don't get it, dude. But I saw that headline and I was like, oh, here we go. Gotta talk about this bitch. So, that's how my week was. Thanks for asking. I've been trying to stay off the internet.
How was that been working out?
I've only been averaging 2 hours of screen time on my phone a day.
Oh. Is that good?
When you're usually up to like 7 a day.
Well, yeah.
That's just you on your phone.
Well, you have to... How are you working and you're on your phone, like, for 7 hours? What are you talking about?
I wasn't. Like, when I'm working, I'm not on my phone.
Okay.
So I'm saying before, like, I started working, I was like 7 or 8 hours a day on my phone.
Mm.
But I was working from my phone.
Well, that's not the same thing, though. That's different.
I know, but it does... Well, it does, like, monitor, like, my productivity and what apps I'm using. And
but
stuff.
Don't you have a work phone?
Yeah.
So are you call them on that phone or on your work phone?
My work phone. My work celly.
Hmm.
My work cellular device. Anyway, so I'm Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm tired of this shit.
And this is Book of Lies. The podcast. Hey, tired of this shit.
I am so tired of this shit.
It's gonna be okay, sister.
To the point where I'm just like, thanks for listening.
Thank you for being here. If you're a new listener, welcome. If you're an existing listener, welcome back. Thank you guys for listening. You can connect with us on social, on Twitter at Book of Lies Pod, on Instagram and Facebook at Book of Lies Podcast. You can also go to our website at bookofliespodcast.com, where you can listen to all of our previous episodes. I recently uploaded some new pictures of us. What?
New pictures.
On the website. I was updating it, so I'm still working on it, but I am, updating it slowly yet surely. But feel free to check out our website. Check out Brandy's blog of our episodes there. I've updated the collaboration page. I've updated, some of the collabs that we've done, like with the Benjables and Pod Clubhouse and all that good stuff on there. So check that out. I feel like maybe this week we might hit 5,000 followers on Twitter. So if you're not following us on Twitter, follow us and help us get to 5,000 wow. Thanks.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
5,000 wow. Brandy.
What are we talking about, Sonny?
Hey, Brandy. So, we're going to talk about love fraud. And love fraud has so many different meanings here, people. The love fraud that we're going to talk about is the new 4-part docuseries on Showtime.
So is there only 2 episodes out right now?
Only 2 episodes out right now.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do with you guys, because I'm watching this show and I'm intrigued, and it's right up our fucking alley. This is such our wheelhouse. I'm going to cover the episodes and give you guys some time to watch them, and then we'll talk about them here. And if you don't have Showtime, if you're not interested in love fraud, just listen to me talk about it, and it's the next best thing.
I know. I let my I had to cancel my thing because my free trial ended.
Because how much is it on Hulu? Like $11?
$11.99.
$11.99. Yeah,
$12, something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's $4.99. I know.
It is not if it was $4.99, I'm going to Hulu for $4.99 to get that Showtime.
Okay, it's HBO's the expensive one. HBO's the most expensive one on there, but I feel like maybe Showtime is $8.99.
It might be $8.99.
Because I think HBO is $14.99.
Yeah, that's high.
So
premium channel, baby.
So Showtime.
Premium channel, baby.
But that's what I used to like. I used to like cancel one and go to the other, cancel. But now I'm just like I'm poor. So.
Well, I know I would enroll in HBO when Game of Thrones is coming on and Westworld. So I'm not subscribed to HBO right now, and I saw this.
I subscribed to Showtime during Shameless.
I need to catch up on that. Oh, and I subscribed to Showtime so I could watch Hustlers, because we did the Hustlers episode a few episodes back. If you haven't listened to it, go ahead and check it out. But as I was watching my premium content, I saw a preview for Love Fraud, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
So I'm going to tell y'all what this is. So it is a 4-part docuseries. It's an American true crime documentary directed by Heidi Ewing and Rachel
Ewing
and Rachel Grady, and we're fucking following the bullshit of Richard Scott Smith.
That guy's an asshole.
He's an asshole who used the internet to prey upon women in search of love and conned them. So the show premiered on Showtime August 30th, 2020. So a week ago.
Yeah.
And so I'll tell you guys a little bit about it, and then when I'm going to spill the tea some more, I'll tell you guys so you could tune out if you don't want to listen. So, like I said, I saw the trailer for the series on Showtime right before it was supposed to release, and then I just knew this was my shit. I knew I was going to love it.
This was my shit.
Yeah. So, I'm going to kind of tell you all a little bit about it. So, it's set up, the way it starts is
a bunch of women,
but they have like his voice on, like people like save their
their
voicemails.
voicemails.
I think that's
you.
so creepy.
I this, I that.
You hear him talking. Oh, I just want somebody to love me. You just gotta trust me. Like fuck off.
Yeah, he's weird.
Fuck off.
I knew from the moment I met you that you were the one. All that shit.
Yeah, it's just like you're what did you call them? A dirty asshole?
Shitty asshole.
So,
yeah, I say dirty asshole.
You do say dirty asshole. All right. So it's set up with the first woman. Her name is Tracy. So Tracy, she's describing like her relationship status and how difficult it is to date in your 40s. And it's even more difficult, or it's even rougher on fucking dating sites. Like, I mean, and it's not just for 40-year-olds. Let's be honest. Like, dating sites are fucking, if you're trying to fuck or you're trying to con people.
You know what? That's so funny. I started writing this blog post on my Loveland blog about dating during a pandemic, because that's what you have now. It's just you can do online dating. So I feel like there's more quality people on online dating now, just because they can't go out to the bars and meet people.
Yeah,
in the area. But I'm hoping that it's not just those fucking dicks that want to fucking smash and dash, or those women that are just like they want a free meal. Well, they can't get a free meal because the restaurants are closed.
I'll what's that called? Grubhub it to you or DoorDash it to you.
Yeah. So. But no, I'm actually, I'm writing an article about that, or a blog post about that right now.
Okay. Online dating's hard. And I'm not really sure, like, the time frame as to, like, when they were dating this guy or whatever. But,
I know, they don't really tell you, like, if it was 5 years ago. Or...
it doesn't. But, obviously, as you get older, the pickings get
the pool
slimmer.
Gets smaller.
Yeah, exactly. And so some people drop their standards to allow more candidates in the pool.
Yeah, and that's what sucks, because like in your 20s, basically, if you're under 25, like 18 to 25, the pool is wide open.
Oh yeah, anybody can swim up in this pool.
And then, and then as you get older, you start to get into the territory where these assholes are your age, but they want 25-year-olds. Mm-hmm. So now you have to go for like the trash. Not even the older guys, because the older guys want 25-year-olds too.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them don't, because they understand that 25-year-olds are immature. But again, they want arm candy, or they want somebody to take care of. Like, they want a little Barbie doll. And they don't want a woman who knows what she wants, who is well established. And the ones that do are the young bucks that are basically like, they want sugar mamas. Mm-hmm. And so they want to be taken care of by a mommy. So it's just fucked up for women over 40 to be on online dating sites. Like, it really is.
Yeah. Well, that's their situation. Brandy just spelled it out for you right there. How I was saying, like, they lower their standards to allow more people in the pool, which is the problem because they're less likely to see the red flag in the air. And more than likely, they're going to ignore the flag like a fucking bad official in a game.
That's what a thing that they're like, oh, you're too picky. I'm picky for a reason. Yeah. I'm picky because I don't want some asshole to come and fuck me over. Oh, yeah. So even the ugly ones and the ones that don't have no fucking money will fuck you over. Yeah. So, I mean, what do you have? You have garbage over here. You have quality over here, but the quality doesn't want quality. Quality wants fucking little babies. And they want, those little dumb girls that aren't educated or that are willing to freaking... They want someone to be dependent. They want them to be dependent on them. Yeah. So it's like, you're beautiful, you're young, stick with me, and then I'll take care of you, and now you're stuck with me. And then I'll trade you in for another one your age in 10 years. Like, fellas... I don't know how many men there are that actually listen to this podcast that are over 40, but you dating little babies, it's fucking gross. And they don't want you, they want your money. So have fun with them, but just know the quality is not in the 20 age group, the 20s, it's not. Okay? So, not on online dating. I'm just thinking, unless you're wandering a college campus looking for some chick in her 80s, like, I mean, in her 80s, in her 20s. But, I mean, just, God, like, it's gross. I'm going to go find a 25-year-old piece of arm candy. Ugh, whatever. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, and they're lazy. That's another thing. It's like they're lazy in bed. They don't have to work for it because, women in their 40s are like, okay, I need you to do this, do that, do this. And girls in their 20s are like, they don't really understand themselves yet. So there's that issue with being lazy in bed. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right. I'm talking about you guys. 40-year-olds, 30-year-olds, whatever.
Old. Okay. So, this piece of shit Scott or Rick or Mickey or whatever the fuck
that
name
went by all those names.
All the fucking names he went by, he's the worst of the worst. He uses the dating websites to prey on the women for financial gain. He lies to them, and it's like clockwork. 2 weeks into the relationship, he's spouting off I love yous.
Let's get married.
Red fucking flag.
And the women are like, oh my God, you love me.
Well, I mean, like, love isn't a red flag, but a joker you meet online that claims that he loves you or she loves you within 2 weeks, that's straight game. He's running fucking game.
I'm just trying to figure out how the hell you know you love me in 2 weeks. Like,
I don't even love myself in 2 weeks. Like, get out of here. Like,
what?
I don't even like you. Okay, so, and this is all episode 1. We're just going to talk about episode 1. So I'm going to go into, like, the nitty gritty. So now this is just, like, kind of what happens, and this is his game. So all of this stuff is taking place in a suburb of Kansas City, Missouri. So Tracy's the main character that we're first introduced to. I just want to tell you guys things to watch out for on if you guys are doing social media, not social, but like
online dating.
Online dating. I think the profiles are too good to be true. I'm a business owner. I'm a doctor. I'm a pilot. I'm super religious. And you're single. This makes no sense to me. Like, you're such a catch. Why are you on this fucking online thing?
Because I've never found the right one. I just haven't found the right one. So I thought I could find. I'd go online and see if she's there for me.
Boy, bye. He treats them all real nice. Makes them feel good. They're having a good time.
Cooks them breakfast in bed.
I think he's probably a really good date. Like, I'm sure he's super attentive and, let me buy you a drink. What do you need?
Look, we can date for 2 weeks. That's cool.
2 weeks and that's it. Then I'm fucking out, right? Because that's what everyone was saying. He was very attentive. We were having fun. I went on a bike, a ride on his motorcycle. He was making sure, like, my drink was filled up and we were going out to dinner every night. 2 weeks in, I love you. And then it's like, I'm attached to you at the hip. When a fool won't go home, when all of his time is for you, I thought you had a job. I thought you were doing
Did he just move it? Like, the girl, those sneaky ass dudes that just move into your house.
Kevin.
And they don't leave.
Kevin.
Girl. Wait, I'm sorry. Don't you have your own place? Why are you here?
Dude.
Constantly.
Don't you work? Oh, no, I don't have a job no more. I'm staying with you. Can I stay with you?
Please.
Donkey
farts.
All right. Farts. So Tracy. So then he's a good date. So then there's this other one named Ellen. And she seems to be like in her late 40s, the chick with like the blonde hair with like the Karen cut.
Yeah, the biker chick hair.
Yeah. She seems to be happy with him, whining and dining. And then there's Sabrina, she has a short blonde hair or whatever. She's in her late 40s too. And
that's the skinny one, right? Like she's skinny and she's like
pissed.
Got a weird face.
Yeah, she's like, she prayed for him. She was just like, she hadn't met anybody. She wanted to be in love. She wanted to be together with somebody. She met him on Plenty of Fish. That's the website he was using, Plenty of Fish.
Oh, God. Don't ever meet somebody on Plenty of Fish is where the fucking gargoyles are. Like, it is.
Because it's free, right?
It's free, and you got a lot of dudes playing fucking games on Plenty of Fish, because they're not serious. If you want a serious dude, like somebody who is serious, or woman, same thing. If you want a woman that is serious, you need to go to the ones that cost money. You need to go to fucking...
Well, and the thing is, she was like, go to farmersonly.com, eHarmony.
I wouldn't go to Farmers Only, but yeah, like eHarmony. But on eHarmony, dudes lie because eHarmony is a Christian site.
I was on those too. They're all full of shit.
Yeah, but it's a Christian site, so you have a lot of guys who are like, I'm really, into my religious beliefs, blah blah blah.
But do you like anal?
What? So yeah, like okay, Cupid. If you're getting people that are using the paid accounts, that's okay too. Yeah. But there's a free side where I've met a bunch of assholes on there.
Me too.
I
hooked up a few times on OkCupid.
Yeah, and then what's the other one? I want to say dating.com.
Tinder?
No, not Tinder. God no. Tinder's for fucking. That's it. Whatchamacallit? I know everybody's like, it's this!
Match.com.
Yeah, there you go, Match.com. Match.com.
Thanks, guys.
Is
Thank you.
Also a pay to date site, and I mean, it's hit and miss, but the free ones don't even try. Don't even like look at. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Because if it's not a catfish on there, it's a fucking asshole. It's somebody who like I met a guy on Plenty of Fish that wanted to have an affair. He was married. He was like, "Oh, I'm camping with my family right now." I was like,
What?
Okay, bye. So, yeah, don't do it.
Dude, I've never been on Plenty of Fish. I have done the OkCupid. I have done Match. I had done
There's so many people on Plenty of
eHarmony.
Fish.
I've done the dating sites, and I mean, obviously you guys know me. Why am I on there, right? I get it. But that was a while ago, and I didn't meet any quality people.
No.
Like, at all. People just want to smash. And smash and dash. It's like, I don't have time for this. Like, get out of here. I'm going to save my money. And then every time you try and cancel, they're like, oh, well, what's wrong with your account? Like, there's nothing, like, you're pretty decent looking. You want to try again? Like, fuck off.
I remember there was actually Yahoo Dating at one point. I was on there. I met that guy who was like he was all right. We went to the Simi Valley to the blues festival, and I didn't go out with him again because I could hear his breathing. Like he was in the movie.
Breather.
No, he'd breathe through his nose, but he was. He had like a heart attack. He had heart surgery. He was and he was divorced. He had his first wife was Asian, and he kept talking about, oh yeah, you can come to my office and we can have sex on my desk. And I was like,
ew,
we're never having sex, dude. and then like a year later, he contacted me. I was like, oh, why did I not go out with this guy again? He was pretty cool because our first date was like on my lunch break at work. We went and had sushi at a sushi restaurant because he lived in the valley and I was working in the valley at the time. And we went and had sushi, and that was cool. Actually, I don't even think that was our first date. I think the first date was at like Applebee's or something. But then we had another date. Both of the times were lunch dates. Then we went to the blues festival. That was cool, but I could hear his breathing. And I was like, ugh, I cannot tolerate this. So like we never went out again. Then like a year later, he contacted me on that same website. And this was like 2007. And I was like, oh, why did I not go out with this guy again? And then we went out again. We went to the movies.
Hear him breathing.
And and he's sitting next to me in a quiet ass theater, and I'm hearing. And I was like, no, that's why. Okay.
I remember now.
Yeah, I remember now. And so we never went out again.
I remember now. Okay. Mouth breather. Nose breather.
Like loud nose breather. I mean, and he was overweight. He wasn't like, super hot or anything, but yeah. Yeah.
We are never having sex.
Ever. That's not happening.
All right. I love it. You're funny. Online portals. I don't remember what we were talking about. Brandy's mouth breather, nose breather. Date.
If you meet someone on a dating website.
Oh, yes. So, red flags in the air. So, the way this guy was operating, we're going to call him Scott. He would just progress the relationship really fast. So, like, he didn't want to leave. Like, yeah, all of a sudden he's living in the house. They're inseparable. I'm like, you need to get the fuck out of my face.
Like, can I have some fucking space?
You need to get out of my face. Take your ass to work. I gotta work. You gonna feed these kids? You gonna water these chickens? Get out of my face. Seriously.
You gonna water these chickens? He's like, chickens?
I mean that literally.
You have chickens?
Yeah, and so inseparable, he gets moved in, and then all of a sudden he's proposing to them in a month.
Yeah.
The time is right. I love you. Everything's perfect. Let's get married. Fuck off.
First of all, that's the honeymoon phase.
Fuck off.
And a lot of people succumb to that, and they're like, yes, I'll marry you.
Yeah.
It's my dream come true. Nope. This is a whirlwind romance. Blah, blah, blah.
Guys, don't trust that shit. If you love me, you can wait. Nope, not interested right now. Sorry.
I'm not really interested in that right now. Thanks, though.
No. But what this guy doing, what Scott was doing, he was also saying that he had a settlement coming in.
Oh, yeah.
From a medical malpractice case. So he was like, oh, I'm about to get paid millions of dollars, y'all. We about to be rich. So if some guy is always talking about money, or some woman, I don't care who it is, male or female. Oh, I'm about to have this. I'm about to have that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Don't trust them. I just don't trust it. You're giving me way too much information. I don't need to know all this. What's the point of you sharing this with me?
Because we should have joint bank accounts.
That's exactly right. That was his next move. Oh,
so the money can come in. It'll go into our account.
It's for both of us.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's for both of us.
Meanwhile, this happened to you before you met me. Come on now.
So you were totally right. Joint bank account. So we're gonna be together. The money's coming in, but until there, let's just buy a new car. Let's get a sports car.
Why?
Because
why do we need that?
I think it's for both of us.
Why?
So let's do it. This is what I want to do. I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna write a check and everything. But I need you to put your name on the title.
No.
Let's buy this house over here. We're gonna be living together. This estate is wonderful. It's only $500 million on the beach in Virginia. I don't fucking know.
No.
Here's some paperwork. Just sign the papers. These bitches are signing papers. These bitches are, y'all ain't bitches, but you know what I'm saying. But they're signing the shit.
Dummy.
They're letting him say, oh, I'll get you back. I'm going to pay this. I'm going to do that. And apparently that's his MO. Like, he just gets what he can get from them. And he just fucks off, apparently.
Yeah.
So what they do is, I want us to buy a car, a house, beach property. I'll make the payments. Just hell no, buddy. Just stop. So this creep was into watching American Greed and the Lifetime dramas. Like,
look, I watch those too, but I'm not going to go and, rip some asshole off because I can. Maybe I should. Maybe I should do that. Hey, anybody who wants to be ripped off, totally, and this is on an unrelated topic. If you'd like to be a pay pig, you know what a pay pig is, and I will totally be your master. So, send me your information
at Brandy's Place. Okay, pay pig, huh? So
yeah, it's a financial domination thing.
Or you can just sign up with us on Patreon. The champagne.
No, I want all of the money. I don't want it in increments.
She doesn't want to share it.
Just give me your bank account information, and I will just go in and just do whatever I want.
Or if you wanted to go to a good cause like this podcast production, go to Patreon. Anyway, so since Tracy was the first person we were introduced to in the documentary or the first episode, it's actually her daughter who smelled bullshit.
Good.
With this guy, Mickey. He kept trying to say, we need to hurry up and get married. Let's move the date up, blah, blah, blah.
No.
And the daughter was like, you're a fucking weirdo. So she goes and breaks into his truck and goes investigating.
She broke into his truck.
She says she finds pill bottles and, names, different names on
Dirty
things.
John.
And she was like, first I thought he was a drug addict, but that wasn't it. So she found all the names. Then she goes onto the Googles and starts searching the names, and she finds the blog. And then the blog is all of his victims. The women, they started a freaking task force, and they're following his moves. They're like, oh, he's with this person. He's doing this. He's been spotted here because they're like, this guy has fucked us. Mm-hmm. And I don't want anyone else getting fucked behind this motherfucker. So, all the women are revealed. He's been married 10 times.
He's
5 different names.
Fucking bigamist.
Over thousands of dollars on he's a bigamist. And then what he'll do is once he marries you and he gets all this shit, he ghosts. And then he just ghosts you. The fuck? That would drive me up the fucking wall. And I would take my shit to Showtime too and come for you. You done married me. I think everything's
We're
good.
Married.
Oh, you get me to fucking get us a car together. And then you take the fuck off? Mm-mm. Oh, it's on. And the girl, Sabrina, she's the one who was like, I'm coming for you, Rick, you piece of shit. She's just like, fuck you. So she actually filed charges against him. So she filed charges for forgery and identity theft against him. And all he got was probation.
That's bullshit.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That's the problem. So she's just like, this is stupid. Now he can just go anywhere and do this to anybody, which he's been doing. Like, he has a pattern. So then they introduce us to...
And he's in the same fucking town. Like, he's not even leaving. Well, actually, no, he did go around. But, like, there's a cluster of women in this one area.
There's, like, a major metro. Like, there's, like, a...
Like, he doesn't go to fucking, like, Maine or Florida.
No, he stays in the region, like, in Kansas and Missouri. He's between those states. I think it's, like, something's going on there.
He's a dick. And he's lazy. He's too lazy to move, like, to Oregon.
Well, what he does is he just goes to different bars. So when he's dating this person, he's like, oh, I'm going to stay at this bar. This is my MO. This is the places that we're going to go. When he's dating somebody else, he just moves it around. So enter Carla the bounty hunter. Because Sabrina's like, she wants revenge. She's like, the best way to get over somebody isn't to, like, move on. It's for fucking revenge. She's like, I'm not salty, but this motherfucker, he needs to get it. Because he fucked me.
Yes.
In more ways than one. They're all Eskimo sisters, which is sad. But Carla, she's a bounty hunter.
He was married to them.
Yeah, well, they're Eskimo sisters. She's chain smoking, like you see her just smoking cigarettes. Like, she looks like she's well into, like, her late 50s.
By now. She's probably been stewing over this for a long time.
Oh, you're talking about Sabrina, the one that wants the revenge, or Carla the bounty hunter?
Oh, you're talking about Carla, okay.
Yeah, Carla the bounty hunter, she's just like, I guess they approached her, or someone was like, hey, I know a bounty hunter, maybe we could see. And she's like, I can't stand this motherfucker. She's just like, hell no. You shouldn't treat people like this. And apparently she was in an abusive relationship a while ago, and she was just like, no one will fucking touch me. She's like, I'll end up in jail.
Yeah.
Fuck it. You know, I'll kill him.
Yeah.
And she's like, so... With this situation, like, when they present the case in front of a judge of forgery or identity theft, they don't give a fuck. They're just like, oh, it's just a white dude.
It's a judge.
Probation.
And the judge is probably a man.
Yeah.
And men don't give a fuck about women.
That's true.
Especially men in power. And so, fuck what you're crying about. He gets probation. Because, yeah, what he did was illegal, but it's not bad enough for me to freaking put a man in jail. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, if you did the same fucking shit, as a woman, you'd probably get 5 years.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
You fucked a man over. Oh, you're going to jail.
Jail time.
Fuck you. That's so... I mean, like, the disparity between the way women and men are treated in the justice system is fucked.
Well, the way white people and black people are treated
in the justice system. That's fucked, too. And if you're a black woman, well, you might as well go ahead and throw yourself off a fucking bridge because you ain't going to get no fucking justice. So.
No justice, no peace. Anyway, so Carla the bounty hunter, she's like, they don't care about y'all.
Exactly.
They don't care what he did, and they're going to keep giving him probation.
And the judge is probably like, well, you're dumb enough to give him your money. So, fuck you.
Pretty much. So then, she's like, well, he has a warrant for his arrest. And she's like, and nobody's looking for this motherfucker, but we're going to look for this motherfucker. So that's, like, the premise of the show, pretty much. So at the end of it, we find out that, like, he's, like, on the move. Like, someone had eyes on him. He was, like, leaving an apartment and going somewhere else or whatever. So second episode, I haven't finished it yet, but we're hunting for him. So I'm wondering, I didn't research him or do anything because I don't want to ruin the story for myself. Mm-hmm. So we're on the hunt for...
Red October.
What's this motherfucker's name? Richard Scott Smith. Richard Scott Smith.
So, is that his legal name?
I think that's his legal name, yeah.
Because he went by Scott.
He went by Scott. He went by Rick. He went by Mickey, Mikey.
Variations of a nickname or of
he's a fucking asshole. But it's like, these people out here that... There are many, 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 many people out here doing this. And if you're listening to our podcast and you're running fucking game, someone's going to get you, my friend. So you better knock it off.
My friend.
My friend? Why you come to my country, my friend?
Why you come to Iraq, my man?
My man. And it's really fucked up. And you have to think of a better way to eat, honestly.
This isn't even a way to eat, though. This is a way just to be a fucking prick. Yeah. Because you can get a job.
Yeah.
If you can get a job. I mean, granted, nobody wants to work at McDonald's, but
my first job was at McDonald's.
First job. This man is in his 50s.
Well, so what, motherfucker? Get a job. Apparently, he dropped out of high school. We meet a friend of his. We were introduced to some guy that he went to high school with. They both dropped out at the same time.
Why?
Because they're idiots. And so he was like, yeah.
I'm just gonna start grifting off of
Rick or Scott or whatever the fuck they call him. He's like, he just changed and he always had to have a girlfriend. He always had a girlfriend. He had 2 girlfriends, 3 girlfriends at the same time. And I was like, ooh, you're gonna get in trouble. And he realized how to run game on women. Like, unfortunately, as women, we're nurturers. And like, I feel like how I am.
You can nurture me. You can nurture my ass because I'm not nurturing shit. If you are a grown ass, adult ass man,
you need to pull your weight.
And you are, I mean, they're not getting into the details about, like, what these women's financial situations were. Because it's not like he was going after wealthy women. He was going after average women.
He was using their line of credit.
Yeah.
He was using their line of credit to get shit, and then he left them with the bill. Because once he's married to them, he's just like, whatever.
And then just leaves. I would have been like, no, we're going to find you. I'm going everywhere. I'm driving all over town. I'm driving to the next town over, and I'm going to find you. And when I do, you're going to be sorry. I will come back with a body part. Ooh. So you're going to be missing a fucking finger, maybe an ear, some fucking skin off your fucking face, because I will slice your ass.
This is super random, but do you know what docking is?
Yes.
That's nasty.
Some people like it.
That's when you have 2 wieners.
Yes. It's a wiener going inside of another wiener.
Uncircumcised wieners, right?
It's a wiener going inside of another wiener. Why are we talking about this? Where did that come from?
I went to Terry's house last night. Hey, Terry, if you're listening, hey, girl. And we played That's What She Said. It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity.
Okay.
And one of the things was something docking. I was like, what the hell does this mean? I looked it up, and I was like, oh, this is gross.
Wieners, just like pegging. Like, I was trying to get Norman to let me peg him, but he won't. So, fuck that. But yeah, it's weird.
Do you want this relationship to work or what?
This is what I need to satisfy my needs. Do you not want me to be happy and satisfied?
Well, fine.
I will have to go find it somewhere else then.
That was very random. I'm sorry I threw that out there.
Like, do you know docking is? This is not a sex podcast,
dude. I didn't know what that shit was. I was like, wow. This is
you're all ill.
I'm so immature at certain things. I'm just like, no. Okay. Anyway, so the first episode, we're introduced to the players and the thing, and like we find out, they introduced us to a bunch of the women that he was involved with. And it was just the same game, and it's just stupid.
Over and over.
Over and over again. I've never been married. I love you. Let's move in.
Listen, but they weren't running background checks either. Like, these are women, like, I would have been on the internet searching your fucking name. Like, this is what I would have been doing. Especially, I'm going out on a date with you on a dating site. Like, I don't know you. You could be Jack the Ripper.
People are really lazy, unfortunately, and people don't do their due diligence.
You could be Jack the fucking Ripper, and I could end up in a fucking ditch with my ovaries and my uterus removed. So, I'm going to look you up.
Well, we're going to look up this motherfucker, and I'm going to watch episode 2 and figure out what happens. And I'm going to tell you about it.
Well, you're not going to figure out what happens because you don't get to figure out what happens until episode 4.
That's true. But I'll let you know what happens in episode 2. You know?
I'll let you know how episode 2 turns out.
Come back for more. This is going to be our little mini-series saga. So, now we have to wait for the next episode, which I'm going to watch. Did you watch The Boys?
I did. I was just about to say that.
Yes!
I did. I love that Stormfront is iCash.
Dude.
You're the worst.
Because I was like, who is that? Because I was like, I know her. And I was like, you're the worst.
Yeah.
She's a saucy little saucy.
Did you watch the Aisha Tyler show after that? It's called... Watch it, because they're all on, like, she interviews them. Seth fucking Rogen is on one of the episodes, like, because he's a producer for the show.
I know, like, in the show, they're, like, making movies.
No, he is a producer on the show, for this show.
That's
because he's a comic book nerd.
Yeah, he is.
And this is a graphic novel. Watch it. It's funny. Like, the after, the thing. Carl Urban. Carl Urban is getting so old looking. Like,
yeah, he's getting a little.
He looks
leathery.
rough.
He's a little leathery, but he's still. I still, you know.
But he just looks rough. Like,
give him the business.
Like he's been fighting a lot. But
Homelander's a fucking creep.
He's awful. Like,
he's a fucking creep.
Homelander is
you're my son.
the epitome of the worst superhero on the planet.
Yeah,
like
the worst.
He's awful. And you know, they said like the concept is like, what if there were and that's what Seth Rogen said. He's like, what if there were real life superheroes? They'd be the worst people that you know. He's like, basically the superheroes on the show are like celebrities. Like, and what if the celebrities had superpowers? They would be awful. They'd be the worst people you ever met.
Yeah,
that's what this, you know, the concept is behind this. These people they're quote unquote celebrities, and they're awful people.
They're awful.
They're garbage.
I think Homelander is just like such a narcissist. Like anybody that's in his universe, he's like, what are you doing? What's going on? Who is this? Who are you talking to? Don't you want to be around me? Do what I say. And it's just like, you need to back the fuck up. Like, I hate how he treats Maeve, and Maeve feels like she's so trapped by him, and it sucks.
Maeve chose to be in his orbit.
Did she?
Yeah, you don't have to join. Like, there's no law that says if you're, you know, you have to join the Seven if you're asked.
Yes, there is.
So
that's the Holy Grail. Duh, that's what their parents are.
Most of them are fucking bulletproof. Yeah. So it's not like, you know, I mean, Homelander he considers himself to be the most powerful superhero on the planet. But he's a dickhole. Like, and his son, I'm glad that like his son hates him.
Good. And I thought he was gonna light his ass up.
He was like,
leave, and he finally left because like he wasn't leaving at all with baby mama. He was like, oh well, I want some milk too.
She doesn't have any breast milk. That kid is like 10.
He tasted the milk and he was like, this is okay. Watching him drink the milk was like really creepy.
It was gross. There's an episode on, what is it called? The show, the Aisha Tyler. You know, it's basically like Talking Dead, or like the show that she did after. What was the other one that was on AMC? The one about Plum. The book about the fat chick. I mean, the show about the fat chick. Well, it's a book, but the show about the fat chick that she's a writer for Daisy Chain, which is basically a take on Cosmo, or like actually like Vogue or Elle. Homelander needs to go.
I don't know what show it is, but did you look it up? You have a phone in your hand.
I know. I was doing other things.
I'll find out the name right now. Aisha Tyler. Aisha Tyler hosts the Amazon The Boys after show.
Okay, fine, whatever. Watch it. It's pretty good. It's only 30 minutes. Oh, and you know the character that plays Noir? He's so hot.
I wanted him to take his mask off. It looked like he was crying when he found out that he was me.
He was crying.
Like it was.
He was like my life is a lie.
Yeah. Or how about what's his name? What's the water boy's name? What's his name?
I call him Fish Boy.
What's his name?
The Deep.
The Deep. That's his name. His fucking gills are talking to him.
And Patton Oswalt's voice.
You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? That acid had him tripping. Or whatever they gave him. Peyote.
They gave him mushrooms.
That was hilarious. So he has an issue with himself.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Most fucking perverts do have an issue with themselves.
And when someone puts their dick in your mouth, bite it off.
That's right.
Ladies, men, someone puts their dick in your mouth,
bite it that off. Motherfucker off. That's exactly right. I don't understand, like, they forced me to perform fellatio on him. I would be like, like, literally, I would turn into a fucking piranha, and you'd be sorry. I was afraid. Trust me, when they're in that much pain, they can't move. When you got
a good grip on a Wang Chung in your mouth, they're not going to say shit.
You want your wiener in my mouth? Okay. Be prepared for what happens.
Be prepared.
Because I promise you, one of us is going to come back with one limb missing.
Okay, and it's going to be you. Because I bit your dick off.
I will put that shit in a plastic baggie and take it to the police station.
Hey guys, I bit this off.
This is my rapist's genitalia.
Find him.
Pretty sure he's back over there laying in a puddle on the floor.
Bleeding to death. Oops, maybe you shouldn't have harassed me. Anyway, so The Boys is good. They only gave us 3 episodes. Sneaky bitches.
Yeah,
They're
every
making us
Friday
wait
there's
every
a new
Friday. Oh man, that's good though because we would have ended it already.
I would have binged it. Yeah.
We would have been sad. So thank you, Amazon, for keeping us in check.
Kind of
I
like
guess.
Umbrella Academy. Just watch all of it and call it a day.
That was so good too. Yeah. So if you guys aren't watching The Boys season 2, step your game up and get on it because it's really good.
But watch season 1 if you didn't watch that.
Yeah, I think I want to just watch it all over again, to be quite honest. And then fucking Huey. Which Quaid's son is he?
Dennis Quaid's son and Melanie Griffith's son.
Yeah, I was just like, he's kind of getting on my nerves.
He just hates Butcher. That's like, Butcher fucking left him.
Who are you going? Who is that? Where are you going?
He abandoned him and he was pissed.
Daddy's home.
And now
I knew he was going to say that. And Daddy's home.
And he was just like, fuck, I wanted to be the leader. But you're not. Like, you're not, you're the weakest leader that's ever fucking been besides Donald Trump. So, but I mean, your intentions are good. Trump's intentions are totally bad. They're all about personal gain for him. But
it is all about personal gain for him. He doesn't care about any of us.
He doesn't care. Hey, white people, the ones that are backing this man. Hey, black people, the ones that are backing this man.
Hey, brown people, the ones that are backing this man.
Y'all need to fucking pull your heads out of your asses because your denial is not working.
He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about the future. If you don't care about the future, you suck too. But
and if you're donating to his campaigns, guess what? He's lining his fucking pockets with your money. So have fun.
So y'all need to have the come to Jesus conversation with yourself and actually open your eyes and see the truth. Because it's people that's not looking that they don't want to see the truth. Don't just vote with your party just because that's what you're accustomed to doing.
That's what people do.
Don't do that.
That's what they do.
Don't do it.
Like, oh, I'm just going to vote all Republican. That's the wrong thing to do. Just like voting all Democrat. That's the wrong thing to do.
It's the wrong thing to do. You need to research yourself. Like, at least investigate that. Investigate the president. Investigate the causes and all this stuff. Like, they give you the information. But this guy, I'm not electioneering. Is that what it's called?
Electioneering only happens on election day. But.
I'm not campaigning or anything, but I have to campaign against this man because I cannot. I have 2 daughters.
2 black daughters.
And like the hate is just, it's nasty out there. And I don't want them growing up with some bullshit. And this man is bullshit. And this country is going to hell in a
white supremacist wet dream. And
yeah.
all the people of color who are like, oh, no, he's not racist. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
He's racist. And he freaking panders to the far right. Or what do they call themselves? The alt-right. Mm. Basically, alt-right is another term for fucking white supremacist. So, yeah. Nationalist, white nationalist, that's another term for white supremacist.
Yeah.
You don't believe it? You don't have to believe it. Just look at their fucking actions.
Guys.
Anyway, that was fun. I know people are like, why are you talking about politics?
I'm sorry. I don't like to talk about politics, but in my 38 years, this is some shit that I've never experienced, this 2020 business. I was depressed in 2016. I thought I could just close my eyes and it would be over. But guess what? Closing your eyes and just letting it happen, look where we are now. So I got to speak up and use this platform. Do not vote for that man.
As they said, close your... Just lay back and think of England. That's basically what they say to rape victims.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah, don't just let them come all over you. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight.
Dang.
Yeah, I said it. Skadoosh all over. That's what he's doing. He doesn't care about us, y'all.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't. He's using the presidency to line his pockets.
Oh, he's setting stuff up for him for when he is out of office. He's getting these freaking laws and protections like moved and shut down and allowing him to dig, and it's
I can do that because I'm the president. No, you fucking idiot, you can't.
I don't want to.
There are laws.
There are laws that he's okay. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway,
I'm telling you, he's a cancer.
So guys, let's cut this cancer out. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Biden Harris 2020, and yeah. Sorry about that.
I'm voting for Roseanne.
That was 4 years ago.
That was actually like 16 years ago.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But
I was like, that was a long time ago. But anyway, hey, thanks for listening. Sorry we went off on a rant, but we got to let y'all know what's really happening. And we wouldn't be doing
we wouldn't be using our platform properly
Yeah.
if we did not.
Gotta speak our truth, y'all. So, thanks for listening. If you like this episode, go ahead and leave us a review. Please subscribe, come back, tell a friend, tell another friend, and visit us online at bookofliespodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Book of Lies Pod, Facebook and Instagram at Book of Lies Podcast. And thank you so much for listening. I am Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm still sick of this shit.
And this was
Book of Lies. And I didn't say it in the beginning, but it's bull bitches!